Hey everybody, welcome to a very special video. Tonight, and I do mean tonight, I don't know how long this is going to take, I'm going to be testing something that I haven't seen people do, and it's something that's coming out. I'm going to be testing Android security applications. In my opinion, that's where a lot of the malware is going to be targeting mobile apps. So you'll want to see the apps that are out there right now. Are they actually protecting you or not? And the only way to do that is to install it on an Android and run some real Android malware. Now, I'm not going to use my phone for this because that's dangerous. And what I got is I got an emulator here. This is emulating Android 2.3 in a Sony Ericsson. And right now on the device, I have installed Bitdefender. That's the first one that I'm going to test. You can see it's safe. It was just scanned. What it offers is basically a malware scanner, security audit, and event viewer. Now, I could go deeper into some of the features and stuff, and I'll talk about this later, what I look for in what I'd like to see in a malware scanner for Android. And some of them I couldn't find. I'm gonna keep looking while I'm making this video to see if I could find at least a couple more that I'm interested in testing out. And I'll go over some of the stuff that I'd like to see. Personally, I haven't found anything right now that offers everything that I would say would make a comprehensive security suite on Android. We'll talk about that later. So you can see that we got Android installed on there. Installed and scanning is active. Okay. So to install a program in Android, it's a little different. You got to run it from a command line. Now what I'm going to do is I have a little script here that I made up, and I'm going to see if it works. I haven't tested this yet, so we'll see what happens. But here's the Android malware. These are all real malware. I checked them all out on VirusTotal, so they're all Android malware. There's 25 of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag them into this folder here, and I'm going to see what happens when I try to run my script here, see if it actually works to try to install these. And we can just watch to see what Bitdefender does if it actually catches any of these while they're being installed. Now I don't know how long this is going to take, if this is going to work. If not, then we're going to have to do it one by hand. And if that's the case, I'm not going to do 25 because that's too many. I'm going to do maybe 5 because it takes time to type it out and wait and do all that fun stuff. But right now we'll see if it finishes out with an error or what. Okay, so it looks like the first one is trying to be installed. And then we'll watch the screen of the Android phone. Bitdefender should pick it up, I hope. If not, we'll just run a scan. Okay, there we go. It's starting to pick them up, so that's good. We'll look at the history when this is done, and we'll see if it finds anything. So it looks like the automation's working, which is nice. And we'll see how many of these it found and if it missed any. Hopefully it finds all of them. Some of the features, while this is talking, I guess I can talk to you about that. Some of the features that I'd like to see in a security suite. Well, number one is detect malware for Android. Right now there's not a lot, so everybody should really be detecting everything. There's, I don't know, last time I heard there was 400 maybe pieces of malware for Android. So there's not a lot out there, so I would hope that everybody can detect them all. Where the difference comes in is extra features. And I wrote out little article, well, not an article, but a little post on a forum, and I'm going to go grab that because I can't remember everything that I wrote. I spent some time writing it out and going over some of the features that I'd like to see in a security suite for Android. What I really wrote it in was in the Komodo forums, because they're working apparently on an Android security suite, and I gave them my opinion of what I would like to see in the security suite that they come out with, some of the features. And I think I covered most of everything that would be important on a mobile device. So not much we can do here. We can just wait. It's on pack 11. Okay, so I guess one of them is a double. You can see that install failed already exists. So I guess I have a double one in there. Don't know which one it is now. I'd have to go through the MD5s and check it out. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. If we look here, we can see there's different sizes: 3 megs, you know, 4 megs, 1 meg. So they're all different sizes. Okay, so if we go to, looks like 3D Cube, some of these looks like they're installed, which is interesting. So it detected it as malicious, but it didn't ask me to uninstall. Now that might be a problem with the emulation here. So we'll do a scan of the system with Bitdefender when when after all the packs are done running, and hopefully it'll ask me to uninstall them. But if we open up Bitdefender here, okay, see, it says your device is not safe. And we go to Event Viewer. Now, because this is an emulator, it does run slow. Doesn't have the hardware acceleration. Yep, so we can see. So what we'll do is we'll count, make sure, see how many are in the in there. There should be, like I said, well, technically if one is a double, there should be 24 in there because one of them failed. So, I mean, I hope you guys are interested in this. I mean, I would be very interested in this, seeing as Android are basically right now the most popular operating system. It surpassed iOS, the Apple operating system. And because it is open source, basically, the code is open, it can be secure and not secure at the same time. Basically, what it does is it lets people inspect the code and look for weaknesses. Now that's good because it gives the Google a chance to fix it, but at the same time it gives malware writers something to exploit. So I might be out of storage here too. I don't know, I gave it like 500 megs. I don't know if okay, guess not. Some of them, I guess that one didn't work. That one didn't work either. Sufficient storage. I should give it probably more RAM or something. This is the first time I tried to install this many pieces of malware, but we'll go through the CMD here, and we'll see how many. So let's count off right now. So it's 1, 2, 5. So that's 10 because we won't count that one. Yeah, now I'm getting a lot of insufficient storage. Yeah. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to kill this, and I'm going to have to shut off the machine and basically give it more storage space. It doesn't have enough, and that's a problem. But let me just see how this malware scanner works, and we'll run it again. That's fine. Okay, so it found all these on there that are malicious. So if you click the little recycle button, you hit OK, and it uninstalls. So you can see you just have to kind of do it this way. And that's fine. I'll uninstall these right now, and let me pause the video. Let me uninstall all these, or you know what? I'm just gonna snap back to a clean version of the whole virtual machine, and I'll give it more memory, and we'll run it again. I won't keep you guys watching it. You'll kind of see it, and I'll show you the CMD when it's all done, and we'll see how many actually made it in there. And I'm going to delete number 11 because we know that's a duplicate. Well, I can't delete it now, but I'll delete number 11 after I snap back, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm finally back. Took a little bit of finagling and I got everything. I hope I gave it enough memory this time. So we're back again. You can see that the system is clean. There's nothing installed on here other than what comes with it. Except whatever this thing is, Xperia Events. That's part of the Sony Ericsson deal. It comes installed on the Sonys. We'll get out of there. Okay, so now let's go back home and let's try this again. Now this time I'm not going to keep you guys here. I checked a couple pieces of malware, and some of them were a little iffy, so I just got rid of them. So now instead of 25, there's 22 now, I think. No big deal though, it's yeah, 22. It's still a decent amount to test on the Android. So let's start testing it again. Hold on here, let's see. Yeah, that was actually supposed to do something else, but it didn't. Let's see. There's 22 there. Alright, give me 1 second here. Okay, now it should be working. I had to remount the installer. I'm not even going to explain what that is. It's just something that I had to do because I restarted the system. So now it should be working, and each one should be installing. So we should be able to see. Once the first one starts to go, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm not going to keep you guys here because we have a lot to go through, a lot of different apps. Let me show you the ones we have to test with. We have AVG, Bitdefender, which we're doing now, Dr. Web, ESET, Lookout, Norton, and WebRoot Security. These, in my opinion, are some of the top ones that are available right now. I know there's other ones out there, but personally I'm with the belief if you're going to use something to secure your computer or your Android, use something that's well known in the computer world too, right? I'm not gonna go with some weird no-name stuff other than Lookout, which is supposed to be the top of the line, or for Android. But the rest of them, they're all well known in the AVG world. They're in the computer world. I was looking at AVG. So now I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to let this complete, and then we're going to go into Bitdefender and see if it has detected all 22 apps as malicious. If it has, that's good. While that's doing, let me go over some of the things that I'd like to see. I was talking about some of the stuff that I would like to see in an Android security suite. So the first one is cloud scanning, so you don't have to worry about signatures on your Android, and that means it doesn't have to use your SD card with signatures, or have to constantly update them. I'd also like to see some basically stateful inspection. So I'd like to see the program, once it scans the program, not to scan it again. So once it scans the program, remembers that it scanned it and it's clean, and don't worry about it. Maybe rescan, once a week, once a month, or you could turn it into another way and use a whitelist. So have the vendor have a whitelist of known good programs for Android. There's not that many right now. There's, I think, 100,000, so that's not a huge whitelist for anybody to build up. And whitelist the programs, so then if it's on the whitelist, it puts a whitelist inside the operating system of Android, and then it knows that that program is safe and it doesn't have to scan it again. I'd also like to see manual scan capabilities at the root level. Some of these security suites are able to fully scan the whole cell phone. Some of them only scan the programs that are installed. I'd like to see it be able to scan everything. Secure web browsing, that's another thing that I'd like to see. They could do things like DNS, things, whatever you can apply to a browser, you can almost apply to Android browsers. So somehow to secure the browser from you accidentally going to malicious sites. Another big one is call/SMS blocking. If you want to block a phone number, if you want to block an SMS phone number from getting things sent to your cell phone, or for that person being able to call you, you should be able to do it. Simple as that. Another one is SIM card lock. I think this is very important. Basically, it should be able to know what SIM card it's supposed to have in the device, and if, let's say, it gets stolen and somebody replaces the SIM card, it shouldn't work with the new one. It should only work with the original SIM card. So that helps you be able to track it. Another one is data encryption. I'd like to see your sensitive information be encrypted, or even the whole phone. And then you could use a password or like a fingerprint type lock on some of the more advanced screens. They can basically detect your fingerprint to unlock the phone, or maybe just a certain area of the phone where you have your documents, have that be encrypted. That'd be something nice. Another one is app classification. Now this does exist in Bitdefender, which is nice. Basically, they classify each application that you have installed, and they let you know of the permissions that they want and any possible security problems that's associated with that. And I'm getting the insufficient storage again, of course. It's just what it is, I guess. It's almost done now, though, so I guess we won't count those two. Probably too big. Probably shouldn't run that many at once. Run some, run half, uninstall, run half. I'll uninstall and run 17 and 18 again manually so we can check it out. Or if any of the other ones don't make it in until we get to 22. I'm going to write down 17. I told you this video is going to be big. And 19. Where would I leave at? Okay, so yeah, app classification basically tells you is the application safe, or if it is safe, what kind of permissions does it want? Does it want full internet? Does it want capability to send SMS messages? Things like that. You need to know that because maybe that doesn't need it. Why would it need, why would a local app that never needs access to the internet want to access the internet? It's just things like that. Another nice thing would be server backup capabilities. So you can remotely back up your contents, videos, pictures, emails, text messages. You can basically back up everything on a remote server. Now, Google kind of offers some of that where you can back up things like your contacts, your text messages, I think maybe even your emails. I'm not 100% sure. Well, those are kind of backed up anyway on the Google server where you get your emails from. But I'd like to see an all-encompassing one where you can back up everything if you want to. And another big thing is a missing device locator. Basically, you install it and it can turn on the GPS and or use cell towers to locate itself. So you log into the website of the manufacturer or Bitdefender, whoever. You put in your phone number and you can get a GPS coordinate of where the phone is. You can lock the phone. You can have the device actually scream where it locks itself and it makes really loud noise. And another nice thing would be you can if you have a front-facing camera, as a lot of these have now, take a picture of the person using it, and also be able to remotely wipe personal data if you need to. So these are some of the things that I would like to see in a full comprehensive Android security suite. That's just my opinion, but these would make a very good, very, very good security suite. So I'm gonna wait for these to finish, and however long that's gonna take, because this last one's kind of stuck there. While that's happening, so I don't have to worry about these apps not making it, I'm going to delete some of the ones that it's detected, and that should let some of these install a little quicker. I might split it up I might make another file and split them up into two. I think that might be the best way to do this, so we don't have to worry about 11 and 11. So I'm going to delete a couple of these. So that's we'll remember how many I uninstall. That's 1. Okay, so it looks like we got some of the space back. Okay, that's 3. 4. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. That's 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. That's 14, last one is number 15. So far it's detected 15, and we're still waiting for the other ones to finish. So I'm going to pause the video and wait for the other ones to finish doing whatever they're doing. Okay, so for these last ones I kind of have to do this manually because for some odd reason it got stuck. So I just installed 20, 21. You can watch it up here, see if it finds it. '21 has a fairly large file. It's 4 megabytes. So there we go, now it's going. And we also have to try 17 and 19 again. Okay. This is the last one. Then we'll go back and do the other ones. Yeah, you can see 22 is the last one. It is also a fairly large file. So let me pause. Okay, there we go. It's installing. Can watch up here, see if it detects it. Okay, and it looks like it detected it. Oh. 17. Okay, and 19. That one's a fairly small one. Okay, so let's go into Bitdefender here. We'll go back one window. We'll scan. I think I'm going to break these videos up by vendor. So this video I'm going to finish it. So it was 15 before, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I installed 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I miss any? I don't think I missed any. I counted right last time. I might have missed some. Yeah, of course I did. But so far, of the ones that I remember installing, unless I counted wrong last time and somebody can correct me, as I probably did, it's detected everything, which is great to see. So Bitdefender, detection-wise, is 100%, which is good. We'll keep track. So I'll open up a little thing and we'll keep 100%. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to remove these applications out of the device, and then I'm going to move on to the next security suite. And now that I'm going to write a script so we can do like 11 at a time instead of trying to do all 22. That should help speed things up and also help me keep track of things a little better. And I'll move on to the next one, and we'll see if those find them all or not, or none, or who knows. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, real quick, I wanted to add on something to that to the Bitdefender video. I guess I was a little too quick to call it quits. While I was going to uninstall Bitdefender, I scrolled up here, and look what I found. It looks like it missed one. So I'm gonna. I don't want to start it. No. Get me out of here. I'm gonna have to install that. So it looks like Bitdefender, I thought that it did good, but it looks like it missed one. So I'm gonna do it by number of missed. So we'll see how many are left over on the home screen here. That way we can keep track. So that's all I wanted to add.